So you're going 3-0.
Oh, crap. Am I?
You've swept them.
Yeah, you know what? I'm locking it down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Playlock.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, wow, the Toronto Blue Jays are making waves in that wild card pursuit, as well everything else in baseball that we're going to be talking to you guys about. But before we get into it, guys, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, hit that post notification bell button to stay up to date with all baseball, all content, all the time.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I mentioned the AL wild card. All right. Let's start talking about the NL too, because that we haven't talked about it in a long time. It is changing fast.
That's a wild card.
It is wild.
Like, that's
ours
wild.
is wild too, but the amount of changes in theirs is also pretty wild.
Well, buddy, I mean, like, it just goes to show sometimes how, like, we can be short-minded. And I mean, I know a lot of people out there have been short-minded, and us included, because there are several teams here that we have said, you know what, locking it in.
Yeah.
They're making the playoffs, and they're outside of a playoff spot right now. St. Louis Cardinals, 9-1 in their last 10. They're on an 8-game winning streak. They own the second wild card spot in the NL. And I didn't even know that they were in the race like 2.5 weeks ago.
I said they're done. Whenever someone brought up, we do ranking videos. Whenever we're ranking them, I'm like, oh, they're done. Like, they're floaters.
Like,
they're floaters. I didn't even consider them as contenders for the wild card. I said, you're a floater.
Holy crap,
you're done.
dude. We were so wrong about that. And they are just like hot. And I don't even really know what it is with them, but I guess they just have the momentum right now. And they've been crazy, but they're right now in the second wild card spot, and right behind them, well, actually not right behind them, 3 games back is the Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds, and then 3.5 games back is the San Diego Padres.
Yeah, I want to talk about those Phillies really quick in a second, but first I want to just mention, pray to our fallen teams right here.
Yeah.
Wow, Cincinnati 3-7 their last 10. The Padres, oh my God, 2-8 in their last 10. The Mets. 2-8, losing 5 in a row. Oh my God, it's hell down there. So
rough stuff.
I can now officially say, I don't even know if I can, but those guys look to be done based on the way St.
At
Louis
least
is
the
playing.
Mets for sure. The Mets for sure.
are
We're
done.
locking that one in. The Mets aren't making playoffs.
They're not making
Super
playoffs.
hot take.
Oh God. But the Phillies are really interesting because even though they're 3 games back, their own division, they're really close.
Yes, they're 1.5 games back in their own division, and they are currently ahead in the game right now. And if they win that game, they will be 1 game back of the Atlanta Braves, dude. And I just want to say, like, Bryce Harper is really making it happen right now. He has been an absolute animal. 315 batting average, a 1.057 OPS. I think he leads the NL in slugging. He's like second in on base. Like, he is right up there, dude. And I know that he's a little bit behind in production from Tatis.
Yes, really shocking how low his RBIs are this year.
It's honestly, it's so clearly the team around him.
It's his team.
And he was hurt for a little while, but like Bryce Harper making it absolutely happen. And I said it a few weeks ago. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not going to be short-minded about this one. I'm saying that they are going to make playoffs. I think that they're firing. They're super hot right now. And I kept saying there's something about that Braves team that just isn't adding up to me.
No, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
However, shut out Rosario hit a cycle. So there you go.
Very good. But I'm saying that the Philadelphia Phillies are going to lock it in, and then like the actual wild card spot, will the San Diego or the St. Louis Cardinals hold on to it? I have no idea.
The thing is, they're super hot. They went on a tear just like the Blue Jays did. Honestly, even a little bit better than the Blue Jays. And they have it right now. I mean, you got to lean towards them as the favorites, yeah?
I guess so. I guess so. It's coming down to the wire. But as we have seen with the Blue Jays, 3 games back, 6.5 games back. Yeah. It really doesn't mean a whole lot if you get crazy hot and the team that you're up against gets crazy cold. So I'm not going to write off the Reds. I might write off the Mets, and I might also write off the Padres.
I was just about to say that,
but for a bit of a different reason,
So for those who've seen, I actually saw this on John Boy's Instagram page. Machado was going off on Tatis. He
Yeah.
said words like, just play the fucking game. This is baseball. It's not about you.
Yes.
That was a very clear one. So I'm not too sure about what exactly the fight was about. Do you have any?
I was reading up on an article about it, and apparently Tatis got called out on strikes, and he wasn't very happy with it. And I guess he was kind of like lamenting that in the dugout for like a really long time. And apparently Machado eventually took offense to that, and that's why he was like, you know, like, just play baseball, like, it's not about you, like, this is for the team. And what I find, like, and I guess the manager has to come out and say this, but what I find kind of interesting is the Padres manager has said, we don't view this as negative. Like, he said it's not viewed negatively. Like, this was an older player telling a younger player, giving him advice. But like, I don't know, man, when you watch the video, like I hear you, but I'm also like, there seemed to be a lot of frustration and aggression there.
See, I agree. Like, I don't think you should ever show anybody up and make a scene. Obviously, it's a scene because we're talking about it. It was caught on video. You could hear it. The crowd could hear it. So obviously, I think if you have something to say about someone, say it to them in a direct tone, quieter, in private even. Because yes, I do agree with Machado's message, and I do understand that he's frustrated. The team literally is 2-8 in their last 10. I can understand that. However, I agree with his message being, you can't sulk on the bench. You can't drag team down. You are, because he knows. He's the most important player on that team.
He does.
You need to
You're supposed to be the leader.
That.
You're supposed to be the leader.
Exactly. You're supposed to be a leader. And Machado is a leader too in that sense, right?
Absolutely.
So he's got, he's got to do it in a better way. I understand the frustration, but I agree with Machado.
I think that a lot of this comes from the fact that this team has been scuffling as of late, and they're just not getting it done. Like you said, 2-8, and these guys were in a wild card spot for practically the entire year, and then it's been like this past month, they've just kind of like the wheels are just falling off.
It's a collapse.
And it feels like you're almost like, I don't really know what's wrong there, but clearly something is. And that team, even though on paper they still look like pretty nice, they clearly have some demons and some rot that they need to kind of eradicate in the offseason if they want to get back to what we all thought was going to be a crazy playoff contending ball club and not be screaming at each other in the dugout.
And you know what I hope they do? I really do hope they do. They do, because I am a low-key Padres fan. I don't see them often.
If you had to pick a second team,
I had to pick a second team, I would definitely pick those guys, because their division rivals are kicking ass.
Buddy.
And they're kicking ass because they made some big moves. They made some big time moves at the trade deadline. One of them being Max Scherzer.
And wow, has it paid off?
Yeah. Ever since he's come to the Dodgers, he is lighting it up. He's being, and I even said this before, if you want to win a World Series, you go get Max Scherzer, and look what he's doing. What is he doing?
Multiple times that if you need a guy, this guy is the clear-cut dude. And we were talking about his career numbers back then. We were saying, like, this is how good he is in the playoffs. This is how good he's been, like, in the course of his career down the stretch. And he's blowing all of that out of the water right now. Since he has come to the LA Dodgers, which was quite some time ago, he's got an ERA of 0.78. That has lowered his seasonal ERA to 2.08, which leads the majors by a decent margin. He's got a whip of 0.811.
Incredible.
Over 200 strikeouts through 169 innings. Like, he's actually having the best year ever, which is nuts.
In his career. In his career. Because
he's 36, guys.
Yeah.
He's 36 years old.
Wow.
And I mean, we all knew that Max Scherzer was elite, but he had, kind of a down year last year from Max Scherzer's standpoints. And the conversation was, well, he's 36. He's still going to be good, but like, is he going to be 2.5 ERA good?
No, I mean,
he is better than that.
No, he's doing way better than anybody expected. And now the real question is, do you now start considering Max as the favorite for Cy Young in the NL?
Yes, I do. I do, man. I absolutely do.
I would.
His biggest competition is his teammate, Walker Buehler, and
Burns.
That's number two. That's number two. Like, those two guys are the other dudes to look out for. But I mean, I don't see anybody not voting for Max Scherzer if he goes down the rest of the stretch. having an ERA like this. Like he's gonna have like 2 or 3 more outings, and if they're solid, like 6 innings, 1 earned run or something like that, my vote goes to Max Scherzer. And if he does win, guys, that would be his 4th career Cy Young, which would tie Greg Maddux for 3rd all time. Insanity. Question to you, dude. You want him on the Blue Jays next year?
Can we afford him?
Like that's the thing.
I would love for him to be on the Blue Jays.
Right now, like you got to know, like Max Scherzer recognizes I'm on a 1-year deal, or like this is the last year of my contract. So it's like every strikeout, every scoreless inning, the price is going up.
But how much do you think
he's
going to get paid though? If he is 36, he's not going to get do you think he'll get like 4 years? No, I don't think so.
No, probably not a 4-year, but it's like
2,
I would
3.
be so happy to lock this guy down. Like I would give him
2.
like more like a Bauer contract. You know
like
what I mean?
2 with a 3rd option.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
like a Bauer contract with a massive average annual value. Because if you give me something like this, it's like you're so elite. And you think about what Verlander did with Houston. That's kind of the situation. Like he was around the same age, kind of a similar player type, and it shows that Max Scherzer has 0 signs of decline right now.
He is looking good.
Cy Young winner.
Good.
Cy Young winner.
Maybe this next guy might be a Cy Young Award winner down the stretch. Well, he's been doing really good as of late, and that's the Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Steven Matz. Now we want to talk about, because he's not getting really any limelight right now. You got Robbie Ray, you got the hot kid Alek Manoah, you got the trade deadline Jose Barrios. Ryu's taking up some spotlight with his bad performance, which we'll get to in a little bit. But he's been good, and he's on the end of his contract.
Well, that's something to think about,
so
guys.
Do we bring him back?
I mean, it's something that this management was really got to address, because yes, we've talked about Semien, and yes, we've talked about Ray, and everybody wants them, but the story around them is it's going to cost the big bucks. Steven Matz might not cost as many big bucks, and when you look at what he's done with us, I think he's got a 3.87 seasonal ERA this year, which is better than a Ryu, and pretty good for like a 3-4 sort of guy. And in the second half of the season, so that's since the All-Star break, he's got a 2.44 ERA. Like he really locked it down. So like he's just been solid since that time.
Hey, I mean, for me, honestly, think about when last offseason, right? We needed Taijuan Walker back. We needed Taijuan Walker back. We didn't even look at Robbie Ray. But Robbie Ray, not as good. Actually, worse than
what Matz is doing this year.
Since he got traded in that season, 2020, did better with the Blue Jays. Had a nicer, second half. Maybe Steven Matz turns a corner with the Blue Jays. It's a great offseason. Puts up a really great year next year. It's a possibility.
I could 100% believe it, dude. And when you're looking for guys that have high upside that you can get at a bargain, I say look no further than a Steven Matz.
And he'd be cheap.
He would be cheap. That's the thing. It's really cheap. Right now, he's getting paid $5.2 million this year. Now, I do think that that's going to go up because he's having like a pretty nice season. But I mean, I would be so okay with locking this guy down to, like $8 million a year. Or
$8 million a year.
Like,
oh my God, that's a steal, and because of the production that he's done in this second half.
Exactly. And yes, I know his career ERA is a 4.25, but I also wouldn't be upset if it regressed to that. And the contract was $8 million a year.
$8 million.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I mean,
that's what I'm expecting from Steven Matz. That's what I expect
from that. But you have upside, and maybe you did flip a corner with Pete Walker. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Robbie Ray did. Robbie Ray literally changed his career. We've changed careers of many pitchers in the past. Marco Estrada.
Yeah.
That's all I can name right now.
Well, I mean, that was a pretty good change. That was a pretty good goddamn change. Yes. And Steven Matz is 30 years old. We're going to need somebody in the back half of the rotation, especially if Ryu starts to stutter some more.
Oh, my God.
I'd be down for it.
Yeah, me too. And actually, that's a great transition to talk about the Toronto Blue Jays this week, because the Toronto Blue Jays, why am I such in a somber tone right now? The Toronto Blue Jays were great. They were 4-2.
We were good, man.
They were 4-2. Yeah. We did what we said they were supposed to do. Yes. Last week, we said 4-2 is the floor. 5-1 would be really nice, sweeping Minnesota, but Ryu.
Yeah.
Ryu was the one game that we lost against Minnesota. He has not looked good at all. in the last couple outings.
I mean, we made a little segment, a little clip about talking about how Ryu could be in his decline. And we posted that last week. That was a week ago. And a lot of you guys had, a little bit of pushback. And I understand. We weren't happy about it. We're not saying it's a for sure thing. Would I be shocked if Ryu came out and had a great year next year? No, I would not. No. But when you look at what he's done over the last little bit, I mean, the guy has I think it's a 4.34 ERA on the season right now. And the last 2 outings, 4.1 innings pitched and 12 earned runs, I think it is.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been really rough, and he hasn't looked solid. And it sucks to say, but it always comes back to the sticky. Like, that's when it changed.
I know.
It's like, we don't know,
and this is the credible thing. I know, like, some people might say, and this is going to be something someone says, I know it, but I'm going to deny it right now.
Yeah.
He's good against some better teams, Well, I mean, you got to be good against some bad teams. Baltimore, Minnesota blew him up. Yeah, he was great against the Yankees. When that Yankees outing, I was getting like, he's turning a corner. He's finding his command again. But here's my thing. He's got to take the offseason.
Yes.
Figure out how to grip the ball better.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he did it, but I'm saying you need to grip the ball better and get better command.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did before.
Yeah.
But grip the ball, get it better. Because look, we have him for 2 more years, $20 million.
Yes, I don't want you to be like the second half version. If you gave me like a high 3, low 4, I'm okay. We'll good.
Just take it.
But I can't have you be doing Tanner Rourke stuff, big guy.
Yeah.
And as of late, it's been kind of Tanner Rourke-esque, and I don't need any flashbacks from that dude.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect now from him.
I have no idea.
Don't know what to expect.
He will be off of. I will never draft him for ERA for the remainder of the season.
No.
And speaking of talking about how the Blue Jays went 4-2, and we're in a wild card spot still, guys. So let's go. If we did win that wild card game, and if we did get into a divisional series, I would pitch a Steven Matz over
Me too.
a Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Me too. I'm in now. We didn't see it. If we can't beat Minnesota,
that's the thing.
We can't beat Baltimore. Yes, we beat the Yankees, but do you really trust Ryu to take a game in his hands?
I'm not saying I 100% trust Steven Matz either. However, sports is a tale of what have you done for me lately.
2.24, you said?
Exactly. What have you done for me lately? And Steven Matz has done really good stuff for me lately, and Hyun-Jin Ryu has not. So that's that. We did go 4-2. We had some other good performances.
Yes,
taking 2 off of the Rays, 2 off of Minnesota. Yeah, I mean, across the board.
We needed that Rays series.
Yeah,
we needed. And if you saw our Path to Playoffs video, we said we needed to, on the upside, on the good part of like what would be a good record down the stretch, we take a series from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
So when we do our prediction next week, like if we did drop 2 against the Rays, it's not good, but it would be okay.
It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It wouldn't be the worst thing. And what's the most important thing to note is that we are 7-3 in our last 10, and the Yankees are 5-5. So we have gained a bit of ground. They are a game and a half back. Garrett Cole got absolutely shelled today by the Cleveland Indians. And across the board, their team has just been scuffling, and we are not doing so. Now, speaking of the squad, the offense was okay this week. They were okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like major performances, but I'm actually okay with that because I think on our last live, we were talking about this and we were saying, you know what? I want to start winning some games like 4-2.
Yeah.
Just so we know that we're not so bloody one-dimensional.
No, I agree. Like, and it does suck in those games where we lose 0-2. Like, I am expecting us to score at least 3 runs there, but we didn't. And it is what it is. And I'm happy with the way the Jays are playing.
Yes.
And the bullpen, too.
Oh, my God.
The bullpen's been great.
I just realized, dude, we just did that entire Ryu segment without even mentioning that he's on the IL now.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap.
No.
Holy
He's
crap.
on the IL now.
He's on the IL, guys.
Here's my theory.
Yeah.
He's on the IL with neck stiffness. It was 10-day IL. Here's my theory.
What is it?
I wonder if they're just like, hey, you got to go figure it out. Wow. What if they're just, it's like, just got to go figure it out. What am I saying? And they don't want to pitch him down the stretch.
Maybe,
what am I,
maybe. You know? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be shocked either if like this has been something that's been kind of like lingering, like hampering on a bit. Maybe this has been affecting his performance a little bit. We don't know when this hit him. I mean, that's kind of like the optimist in me. Like, oh, you were just hurt. Like, don't worry about it. Like, you'll be fine in like a little bit. But that does mean that moving forward, we're gonna be seeing a lot more of like chicken strip. Which isn't ideal. So I mean, speedy recoveries to you, Ryu, and if you do come back, be better than you were before.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, speaking of which, do we want to talk about good performances, or do we want to talk about?
I think it might be time. Might be time to talk about the best performance of the week. The best performance of the entire week.
There's a good performance
and if the best performance of the entire week would be awarded the J of the Week. Okay, my friends, as we were saying, there wasn't too many offensive elites. Bo Bichette had a really good one. Honorable mention to you. However, the J of the Week this week goes to none other than Six God himself, Alek Manoah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Alek has been amazing. I mean, in a critical game, first game of the week, you gotta beat the Tampa Bay Rays, and he did with 8 scoreless innings.
It down.
10 strikeouts. Remarkable. And like, I know he's had some highs, some really good highs. And it feels like the highs are getting even higher. And he's had some lows.
Yes, they are.
But I like this guy in the postseason.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, 100%. This guy has shown that under pressure he can handle it.
Gosh.
And this is.
So I just want to say one thing. Under pressure, he's mentioned he loves it. He actually feels it in his body, and he feels like he performs and feels better against tough competition.
That is the mark of an ace, of an elite. Even across sports, they always say, I do better under pressure. And if Manoah, if you want to be that sort of guy, like. I'm down for it. Bo Bichette, like we said, honorable mention, 10 ribbies. He had a 304 batting average this week, 3 dingers. Vlad was pretty good this week as well, over 300 batting average, 2 home runs, 5 runs scored. But I mean, not crazy performances from the offense. It was kind of like, meh.
Hey, I got to shout someone out. I know you're going to love this. Valera. 5 for 12 this week. Apparently, he's got really good runners and scoring position numbers, too. He comes up clutch.
He's got 4 ribbies in 12 at-bats. You know, it's like, he's not my favorite player, but respect where respect is due. You had a good week, and a week like this, I will understand if Montoya puts him out some more. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if you go 5 for 12 with 4 ribbies, it's like, you got to play the numbers.
You're hot. You're hot. Maybe I'll even pick you this week.
There's no way that you would. There's no way that you would, bro.
This guy.
But that is our J of the week and the performances. Let's look ahead at what we got going on. We have this 1.5 game lead. We got to hold on to it. We can't slow down now. 2 more weeks of baseball, guys. 2 more weeks.
Yeah, baby. And it's not getting any easier. It feels like we have tough competition. This is going to be the theme for the last 4 series.
Right.
This is the last 4 series.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
We're there.
Tampa Bay. And then Minnesota again. Literally the exact same week. Except Minnesota, we're playing for 4 games. 4 games. Tampa Bay is cold. 4 and 6 in their last 10.
Well, part of that is due to us. We showed them that we can handle it. That's super important for me, too, because I want to see that we can beat this competition. There's no point in making it into the goddamn playoffs if we're just going to get annihilated once we get there, you know? We showed them, and I mean, 3 games, I wouldn't be surprised if our boys took some more.
I would be absolutely agreeing with that.
What are you thinking?
Well, we're going to have Robbie Ray take them out on Monday. The whole rotation, they're trying to shape it up so Robbie Ray is aiming for that wild card. So no more need to ask who will start. They're already lining it up.
It's gonna be Ray. If we make it, Ray will be there.
Absolutely. So Ray's going Monday. Manoah, the guy, our J of the week, is going Tuesday. And then we have a blank spot Wednesday. We don't know yet.
Are we thinking Stripling?
We're thinking it might be Chicken Strip. Because, I mean, he hasn't started yet for us. But now with Rio on the IL, we're not really sure. So probably Stripling. You're going to see him start a game this week.
Damn.
So what are we doing? Also, they have Rasmussen, who beat us last week. He shut us down.
Actually, now that Stripling
again going against Manoah
is going, Like the analyst in me actually thinks that we might drop 2 here.
That's what
I actually think that we might drop 2.
However, Waka is going against stripping, and Waka is Garbo.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't think this is going to be a sweep either way. I'm not saying that. I think that we either drop 2 or win 2. For the sake of this being a fucking Blue Jays podcast, I'm going to say that we win 2.
Yeah.
Because I want to be optimistic and have us be winning stuff. But I wouldn't be shocked if we drop 2 against the Rays.
I wouldn't be shocked either. I'm going to say Ray wins.
Yes.
As much as I love Manoah. You know what? I'm saying Manoah wins it because we figured out Rasmussen, and that's what we do.
Yeah, for sure. And they haven't figured out Manoah yet.
No, they haven't figured him out. No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's 2 guys that beat each other, you know? So let's go.
We will come out on top.
And then screw it. Our offense is going to blow up on Wednesday, and Strick and Trap is going to win that one.
So you're going 3-0.
Oh, crap. Am I?
You've swept them.
Yeah, you know what? I'm locking it down.
Okay. Adam's saying sweep. I'm saying 2-1. What do we got against Minnesota, bro?
Totally didn't mean to. I was just, you know what? Yeah.
It could happen.
I got a feeling.
I got
a feeling.
It's not impossible.
It's a feeling less than of a logical thing.
Sure.
Minnesota, we have Matt's going Thursday. They're also 3-7 in their last 10.
Yes. Well, I mean, at this point in the season, the good teams are good. The bad teams are bad. We know everyone's identity now, and Minnesota is a bad team.
So we got Matt's, and then we have literally no idea
right?
who's going on Friday.
That's supposed to be the Ryu slot.
That's supposed to be the Ryu slot, and we don't know yet. So you might see some AAA coming up. I don't know. Is Pearson going to start?
Oh, interesting.
I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't because he's not built up for it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an opener thing. I don't know.
Okay.
Then we got Ray Manoah again.
3-1.
3-1?
3-1. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
I can't not.
Oh, wait. Where's Barrios? My bad, guys.
Oh,
My
yeah.
bad.
Where the hell is Barrios?
Where's Barrios? No, Barrios will be going in that Rio start. Okay, we're good.
Okay,
wow.
yeah.
So we have Matt, Barrios, Ray, and Manoah. That would be our 4 rotation.
Barrios. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm saying that we go 3-1 and maybe drop the Manoah start.
Okay.
You know, Manoah goes 1-1 on the week.
Okay, so you're saying we go 5-2. And I got a feeling we're going 6-1, baby. Yeah.
See, at the end of the day, I really do think actually that we might go like 4-3. Like that seems a lot more realistic to me.
I see. Okay, I'll meet you. You know what? I'll meet you because I don't think we're going 6-1. Now that I look at it,
6-1's a lot,
it's too much win. So I am gonna go 5-2. I think we can go 5-2.
5-2, 4-3, something like that. It's gonna be a tough series. As long as we can like annihilate Minnesota and hopefully not get slapped around by the Rays, we should be good, bro. We should be good. I think it is time to look at what we have been doing over the past few weeks. It's coming down to the wire, and it is now time to spin that wheel. The spinning fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week. It's time for that wheel. And wow, if you have been on Team Nick's train this season, then it's been a freaking roller coaster. Big lows that we were at one point, and
you
now
even wanted to split the series.
And no, we clawed our way back into this thing, guys. I took Adam for a ride last week. I took Adam for a bit of a ride, and one that he did not enjoy at all. Beat him in ribbies. Tio had 4, Vlad had 3. Beat you in total bases. Simeon rocked Vlad, surprisingly. Vlad rocked Simeon. Excuse me. 17 total to 9 on Simeon. And then Vlad with the walks as well, 4 to Tio's 1. So that puts me right now at 35 to 31.
So guys, this could be it. This could be the last week that it matters because if
there's 2 more weeks.
If I don't win, if I don't win this week, I need to get a sweep in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, you do.
I have to, because getting 2-1 twice won't catch me up.
Do it.
So I have to at least get 2. If I don't, it's over.
At minimum, there's 6 more categories. Adam needs to go 5-1 to tie, and then I suppose that we would continue this in the playoffs, and we just do that.
Possibly.
It'd
be different because it'd be hard because games and eliminations.
We'd figure it out. We'd figure it out. But let's get into it. It's your week, I believe.
Yes, it is. So spin away.
Let's spin the thing, baby.
Gotta
You
use
need
my logic
to
brain
get
here.
the elites this week. You
gotta
gotta
use my
get them.
logic
What's
brain.
it gonna be? What's it gonna be? No bonus players.
Springer's been sucking, and Simeon's been sucking a little bit.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not going Vlad because nobody gets on in front of Vlad. George Springer sucks.
Yeah.
Saying it right now. Right now he sucks.
Okay, so that's Ribbies, right?
Yeah, that's Ribbies, and I am going to go Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez, very reasonable.
Yes.
Very reasonable. I am going to lock it in with Bobo.
Get Bobo.
With the Ribbies. That seems like a good matchup for
He did
me.
get the most, and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, he did. He got 10.
See, this is why I lose. I just go with my gut.
Well, I mean, I don't think that Teoscar's a bad pick at all. Teoscar could definitely pop off this week, but so could Bo. So we'll see. Bo against Teoscar for the Ribby. Second category. Let's go. Let's go. Team Nick. Let's go. You also, you got to tell me which one you want me to go first for.
Yeah.
All right. No bonus player. Bonus player,
let's go, baby. All right. We got an opportunity.
Man.
We got an opportunity.
Oh, no.
To win.
I'm like looking it into the camera right now. I can't see it.
Come on. ERA starters.
What do you want? Want to go first or second? Or do you have to go first?
No, because I can go second and pick 2. You go first, pick 1.
Okay, up to you.
You know what? Go first. Go first. Go first.
Okay. Let me just take a quick look at this. So
Ray and Minot are going twice, probably.
Yeah. Ray and Minot are going twice. I'm gonna shoot a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna take his 1 start in Jose Barrios against the Minnesota Twins.
Okay.
That's who I want this week.
I'll take my boys. Noah and Ray.
That seems super reasonable as well, bro. That seems very reasonable.
All right.
And for the last category, let's see what it's gonna be.
I'm picking first. I'm feeling it. Homers. It just missed. Where's Jay? I know exactly who I'm picking. I'm picking Lamb.
Oh, you're
Lamb will be the worst Jay of the week.
Oh, man.
I was thinking about this all week.
Okay, worst Jay. You're going Lamb. He's got, so it needs to be at least 10 at bats. Oh, man.
But hey, if I can go 2-0 if he doesn't get it, that would still be really good.
That'd still be okay with you. That'd still be okay. Oh, I didn't even think about this. I didn't even think about this at all.
Lamb.
Oh my gosh. This is a tough one.
Gritchick.
I'm thinking somebody else though, actually.
Valera. Go Valera.
I am gonna go. This sucks to say. I'm going George Springer, bro.
Go do it.
I'm going George Springer. George Springer went 2 for 23 last week.
He did.
Had 7 Ks and like no production. No. So I'm locking it in with George Springer, and I don't want to hope that he's gonna suck.
But he has been
bad.
But
he is clearly hurt right now, and if he can't get the long bomb, I don't see him doing a whole lot. So George Springer against Lamb.
You know what's funny? I was gonna call him CD Lamb.
I was thinking the same thing too. Yeah, we got football on the brain, guys. Football on the brain. It is Football Sunday. Adam's team crushed today. My team plays tomorrow. But we have tons of content coming out this week as well. Lives, multiple of them, lots of podcasts, a bunch of different stuff, minute monologues, maybe some shorts along the way as well. So comment down below any of your thoughts on today's episode. Which team you like the best? What do you think the Blue Jays are going to do for this coming week? Are the Yankees going to continue with their scuffles? And will the Padres figure it out? Or will the Philadelphia Phillies outdo the Braves to make postseason? Now I want to know your answers to all of those questions down below.
Love it. September baseball. We're in the thick of it. Whatever that TikTok is.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is.
How do you something thick of it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Guys, if you want to check us out on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Radio Public, and Breaker, you can. Also check out our TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Do it.
As well, guys, you can also subscribe, like, drop those comments like Nick was saying.
Yeah.
And as well, become a Patreon. It's $3 a month, and you can come onto the show, come onto our Wine on Wine. Shout out and thank you to all these guys.
Any of these people.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah. Shout out to all you guys. You guys are the best.
Yes.
As well, this video is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight and Manscaped. Use code TODAYJays. Get discounts and deals on everything you saw throughout the video. It's lots and cool stuff.
Yeah.
And you support the podcast.
I was winning some money on Monkey Knife Fight this week, actually. Yeah, we
I won
both were.
$25.
That's pretty damn good, bro. That's pretty damn good. And we got the tips with our boy Dylan Prue coming up with stuff that you should bet on. So definitely hop on that. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. And go Jays, go!